What's up, everybody? Leaky Faucets here, Leak 1 signing in.
League 2 signing in.
This is, I don't know what episode.
I think it's part 1.
No, I think it's episode 2.
It's 5. Alright.
Okay, where do we leave off since I passed them?
We have to meet with the other guests in the small living room.
Oh, you read that up on top there.
I did.
Okay,
but
then.
I don't really know where the small living room is. Maybe it's this way. Oh, it's locked.
That little line means it's locked up.
Yeah.
You know all this stuff. I don't.
Yes, it means it's locked.
I fell asleep.
I know you did. Actually. See? Locked.
You know, not to get on a different subject, but we still have to do Outward.
I know.
Oh, now that we beat that, though, we'll be able to start something different. So we might want to just finish up Outward because we won't have a new game to do for a while.
We have Fade to Silence.
What about Outward?
we can do Outward. We can do Outward. That's fine. So what if I told you I don't know where the small living room is?
Right.
Would you be surprised?
No.
When I said that?
No, because you forget everything.
Oh, right here. Look at one downstairs.
Oh, cleavage.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Beehive
Look,
and a cleavage.
I started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the order gives her access to a good
belong
deal
to
of
the
personal
English
information.
chapter
Must have been Emma I saw in
of
my
the
vision.
Luminous.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
What do we do? Speak about the message. Ask her to go beyond the nightmare, whatever that means. Or don't send her on my mother's trail. Manipulation, level 2.
But are you for your mom or do you want
Well, see,
to take?
we don't actually know what happened. We're just going by vision he had.
Yeah,
Whether his visions
someone's
are
getting
correct.
shot.
I think she's already shot, but
It's messages. What do you remember? What she means by messages?
no.
So we're taking a shot in the dark.
Which one do you think we should do?
Go beyond the nightmare. What does that mean?
I think that's his vision.
You told her about it?
I didn't, but maybe we're going to.
No, it sounds like you did though.
Well, what should we do?
Depends. Do you want to throw her off her mother's trail or no? Because what's the point of hiding? Your mother didn't tell you anything.
No one told us anything. So go beyond the nightmare?
So is your mother trying to backstab you?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, sure. Beyond the nightmare, sure.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
Well,
You only got one option.
we only have one option.
It might be a place. I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very
I
well,
had a
being a
dream.
frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true,
She might want to take revenge.
I don't know. Do you like cleavage?
I mean, she's fine, I guess. Should we tell her? Keep quiet. I mean, it's only a vision.
Yeah,
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Oh, I thought that was her she shot.
No, her twin sister.
They dressed the same? I guess apparently they do.
Does she know why? Who spoke to her about it? Are we just going with does she know why?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
There must be an explanation.
Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
There must be an explanation.
Come on, Cleavage, let's go. Cleavy.
Cleavy Bogivi.
You will pay dearly, Beru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece
What
of
bonehead?
advice.
Oh, these
Don't travel through
boneheads.
France on your way
Someone
back.
killed the other girl.
Cost you dearly.
Calm now,
Oh
my
yeah, I
friends.
saw that in the
Let's calm down.
She was like this.
Everyone
Yeah.
seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Are we playing a game of Clue?
We are.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
But hardly had we arrived, he had set upon Mr. Peru. Who is it and or why?
Yeah.
What do we do? Who is it?
Why? I don't know. I would go with the why, but
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
What made you kick up
We're
such a
sending you to an
fuss?
island
What?
with leprosy.
Have you not heard? Well,
Right.
let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Oh no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh dear.
As if
Or
Friends,
that's
friends,
Napoleon.
let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an
Jeez,
obnoxious
mad.
act. Until anything was
People are
possible.
not happy
This
with
political
this
coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest
name of
representative
holiness,
of
you
God
just
in
say that?
France, Emily.
Oh god.
What?
Calm things down. Think of consequences for the order. Should we calm things down?
Yeah, sure.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with
he
whom
is
do I
so
have the pleasure
nasty
of
looking.
speaking?
Louis
Can't get
Maras de
over it,
Vichy.
man.
Are
Ugh.
you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to
Look like
get
an
to
idiot.
know
I
one
need to
another.
shave those chops.
When you hear the bell, please proceed
that
to
was
the
style
conclave
back
room
then.
on my left, behind
Why?
that door.
You know what?
I'll
We
see you
probably
later.
shouldn't talk when they're talking because you can hardly hear us when they're talking and we're talking. I'm just throwing that out there. George Washington!
It's part of the order.
Could you
Freemason.
spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too. Of course.
That's common knowledge.
I
Oh,
heard
no.
about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Tell him what I found.
Fuck. No.
What is he waiting for? What should I put?
What is he waiting for? What does that even
I don't
mean?
know. I have no time for that.
Yeah, what is he waiting for? I don't know what that means, but we'll go with that.
I can't even. Oh,
Well, sir, I must admit, I'm a little pushed for time here, so...
All wrong.
Very well. I shan't keep you,
You messed that up.
Monsieur de Richet.
oh
All right
I'm
then.
sorry.
Thank you.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon. I must go now. I'll see you later.
You have more insight on these people than I do. I was asleep. I don't even remember, do you? Do you? Napoleon Bonaparte.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I
Bonjour.
speak with you a moment?
May we?
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
There are some rumors about his loose morals.
Juste, monsieur. Add to that his devouring ambition, if you want my opinion. Playing at Loverboy rather than gaining merit for his career. It's a disgrace for any soldier.
I understand your point of view.
I don't.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Why does everybody want to know where your mother is?
They really like her.
They like her a little too much.
They like her more than they like me. Let's put it that way. But, you know, I'm kind of hard to like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that door's locked.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Listen here, you little mask freak.
That's kind of funny. You masked freak. Get out of here.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Nothing does. What can I say?
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
I wonder what promise Lord Mortimer could have made to make him agree to come here, given the circumstances.
Who knows?
Hoodlums.
Well, thank you for your time.
Just say hoodlums?
Don't mention it, my young
I think
friend.
he said, who knows?
Oh,
Regarding your question on the nightmare,
totally heard that.
don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
I doubt I will see you in a little bit, sir. Where does this go? Am I back in the same spot?
What does that green circle
Carmelite
upper
water.
left mean?
They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real
Someone's watching
boost.
you. Oh no, not this guy.
He loves me.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Oh, you can't do anything.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say.
Your question
Could
is
you
strange.
at least tell me a little more about the context?
Yeah, nobody wants to answer me.
Well, who would want to?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. I gotta go and see it just in case, though. I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character
Like
at every level.
Maybe.
But
maybe,
his faith is unwavering.
Maybe do one.
He is a staunch defender of the church. And believe me,
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
you are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
You don't even like me. Stop pretending.
Doesn't.
Okay, so now I have to go to Mortimer's study.
Mortimer?
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Lord Mortimer. He doesn't like me right now. I I don't know if you know that or not.
What do you think? Guess he was.
Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm going. Oh, it's got such great floors here.
This house must have costed $1 billion.
Well, he's on his own private island too, so.
I mean,
I think this Lord Mortimer, there's something
So,
about him I don't like.
What did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
I wish I could afford something like this. At my
Now,
own
what have we
private
got here?
gatherings.
Well, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
What?
Let's
Did
take a
somebody
closer
poop?
look.
What are those?
Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans, the chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans. Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
Take a chocolate.
Dark chocolate beans, very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society. Now, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. As if
Oh, yeah.
Mortimer is
Let's see
fond of
this
complicating
paint.
things sometimes. Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. This
There's
must
a
be what
woman
I
laying
was
down
talking about.
with a
I
gargoyle
just
on
need
top.
to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side.
Huh.
It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Okay.
Did you just find the nightmare?
I did, but
Try that goblet. Oh.
That's what you generally feed birds.
That's all you gave us for what?
I don't.
Might come in handy.
Okay. So it's on rails.
Yeah.
So maybe this book over here?
Pull out a book and
Or not.
I don't think this book can help me.
Oh, thank you. Find a mechanism to move.
it's probably under the table.
You think so?
I'm just guessing. That's where they put all the villains with their mechanisms.
Oh, here we go. All the villains. Hey, you're right.
Huh?
Good job.
Well, that's where they always put it.
All the villains.
Or it's on a bookshelf and you move a book and
Well, that's why I thought it was in the bookshelf, so that's why I went over there.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
That I cannot help you with.
Maybe I talk to the bird.
Oh yeah, feed it a berry.
A mina bird.
Feed him a berry. Feed it to me.
First one who speaks.
Tell me the door code.
You should go get a piece of chocolate and feed it to
Tell
him.
me the door code.
here I am talking to a bird. Shame on me.
You should feed the bird chocolate.
Sarah Dorisha? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here? Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting.
Feed him chocolate.
I
Feed him.
could.
Go get a piece of chocolate.
I have
Feed
a
him.
piece of chocolate in my hand. I can.
Give it to him. You should just feed him a piece of chocolate. I don't understand why you're not. Kill him.
Why do I want to kill a bird?
Because that might be what you have to do.
Really?
Well, think about it.
This painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period. This painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer
don't
probably
know.
did it.
Does this book have something I need now?
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle.
Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
Oh.
The author is Pierre Amédée de la Salle, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris.
Now I understand why the dates are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March.
So just guess one?
I don't know. Just pick one.
The famous call of Pope Urban II.
20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle. The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187.
7?
Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to the second one over. Oh, come on. Why can't they make this way easier?
You keep messing it up.
When it was 5187, if that's not right, then
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9. Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller. Well, I got it wrong.
So
It doesn't matter.
okay.
he gave you 2 of the numbers right there.
Yeah, 5 and 1, right?
I don't remember.
Damn it. Doesn't work. 5,190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system. No, what have we got here? Looks like a model. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
So,
The author
Oops, oops.
is Pierre Amédée de la Salle, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic
Damn it.
Lodge of Paris. Now I understand why the dates are offset.
I know. Damn
He's
it.
using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that the calendar starts in March. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Oops.
Looks like
Okay.
there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Okay, so that one's right. And what's the other one?
It's a complex mechanism.
9.
Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
So,
So the third one's a 9.
yeah, so it's a 1 and 9. 1 and a 9. So we gotta find a number that has 19 in the middle.
I'm gonna try this one first.
Damn it. Doesn't work.
I'm telling you, feed the
5,190.
bird some chocolate.
I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Do you think the first one's 5?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
5. So maybe the first one's 9 if they add 4,000 to. I'm gonna do that.
I mean, you could. You know what you could do?
What?
That would take a long time. You could start off at 0, then do the last one, all the numbers. Then do number 1, and do all the numbers again.
Well, I got it wrong.
That would
It
take
doesn't
a
matter.
long time, though.
We'll see, because if you go over here. Okay, so this book. So when you read it,
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again. The famous
you read
call
the
from
Third
Pope Gregory
Crusade.
VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
see, I feel like 590 should have been it, but it's.
Damn it. Doesn't work. 5,190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
You try,
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
9190.
Yeah.
How about 1190?
Well,
I
I got
didn't
it
try
wrong.
1 here.
It doesn't matter.
Now you messed it up.
That's a good point, Jeremiah. Good thought. 1.
Doesn't work, damn it. I really thought I was close. 1,190. Isn't the right date when you subtract 4,000? I must have missed a subtlety.
You must have missed a
Or
word.
a minor thing. So,
Okay, so.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again. The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL.
So it's been going on
whereas
for 2 years, so I have
the
to add 2
siege
years
had
to
been
it?
going on for 2 years.
yeah, I mean,
The author is
Oh,
Pierre
dang
Amédée de
it.
la
try
Salle,
that.
none other than the Grand Master of the
Or do I
Masonic Lodge of
subtract 2
Paris.
years?
Now I understand why the dates are offset.
No.
He's using dates
Add?
based
You
on
couldn't,
Anno Lucis,
because
year
that
0
would
of the
mean it would
Masonic
be an
calendar,
8.
by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that the
Instead of a
calendar
9,
starts in
and
March.
we already know it's a 9.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right.
So, 5. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna try that one first.
2.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Then you gotta switch the beginning number to 5.
Why? 2 years though?
No, it's it. Oh, not no. Remember? Weren't you adding it before?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Okay, put this back to 1.
Oh.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Should I go kill the bird?
Yeah, I'm telling you, feed the child.
A mina bird.
Told ya.
Oh, what have I done?
Uh-huh.
It looks like I've killed him. Shit. I better not hang around.
Now go in the cage, see if you can go in there. Whoops, I'm sorry. Did you feed him a berry?
I did.
You feed him. What were you thinking?
Wait, I'm writing the Freemason calendar AL at this time. As well you may have guessed, we remember to subtract 4,000 years. If you don't want the public to be surprised in the dating works, no need to remember this Freemason years AL in March, not January. Yeah.
Wait, did it say add 4,000 years?
So it did.
So wouldn't it be 9,000? Right?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
And what if we take and add the 2 years?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. No, what have we got here? Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Comes for the year 1792.
Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
Okay, let's see here.
The 2 dates most likely relate to 2 calendars. The Gregorian calendar and the Freemason calendar.
What if?
Okay, let's go over here. So, oops. 1190.
What if you subtracted the 4,000, right? added. What?
Well, Woo! The painting had numbers on it too.
Sesame.
I don't know what we're gonna find in here. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's the dead body of that girl.
Maybe it's a dungeon made for certain things.
Maybe you should cut out that we killed the bird.
I don't think I can do that. People will enjoy watching that.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
Ooh, what have you been hiding?
Really nothing special.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many
There's so many
unknowns, even for
unknowns.
Mortimer.
There is, isn't there? Damn it.
Oh, John Adams.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
No picking my apple seeds.
Don't you be picking my apple seeds.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor.
He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily
Aren't we
repetition
afraid Lord
until the mind gives
Mortimer
in
will,
and
like,
goes
find
on.
us in his
There are
study?
hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
I want to study like this.
Right?
This shows the forces present in America.
Seems like this guy has his feet dipped in everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is.
Good eye.
It's estimation of my
It's
country's
underlined in
population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
What's underlined in bold?
Oh, just the map.
Got a lot of itchies.
Itchy.
Gross.
Oh, I already looked at that one. Oh, this is a letter over here.
Golden elixir.
Hmm. Okay, so that's the number. So I have looked at everything in this room except for this. Okay.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a
Not
decorative
your
sword,
average
like
kitchen
a statue, for
utensil.
example.
It's definitely not.
Judging by the
I
state
would
of it,
not
I'm
slice bread with
guessing
that.
it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
But there's still more in here. Oh, there's another letter.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever. Something strange about this table. What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then? The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection. Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been
Pack of tarot
reading the
cards.
cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance. That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. 3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Oh, I got a lot of garbage.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Collector's coins.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
I think he's immortal. What do you think?
I think he's a vampire.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Your head's gonna be in it soon if you don't stop snooping around. Right?
Well, that's a
Locked.
possibility.
It's locked. Alright, I've looked at everything. Now am I gonna be able to get out?
Oh, shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
What? I seriously have to go through this again? Should I just try the same one?
Yeah, I would. backwards.
Oops.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Oh wait.
The mechanism passes through the wall. The wheels are the same on both sides. Chances are the combination I used on the other side works on this side too. These cylinders rotate on the same central axis. When I enter a number on one side, it corresponds to another one on the other side.
Okay, let's see here. So, I hate this thing.
Don't lock yourself in.
I did. Why would I lock myself in? What if Lord Mortimer's over there? Oh, I hate this. Oh.
This looks like the same mechanism as the
Why
one on the other
wouldn't it-
side.
Okay, forward lever.
Whoa, whoa. The grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date. I'd better not mess up again. Yet I'm sure there's a connection with the date that I've entered earlier to open the door. Maybe I'm not
Okay.
approaching the problem from the right angle.
And then upside down.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, the numbers are upside down.
Yeah, I know. Which makes it hard. Oh, and then I keep going past because it's not.
Wait, that's a 6, isn't it? Oh no.
And I know that that one is wrong, but I have to.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other
Thank you,
side.
sir. Just pull the lever, please.
Yeah. You tried.
Wait, those weren't the numbers I put in.
The wheels are stuck. Shit! I'm cornered like a rat.
Was that supposed to happen?
No. Somebody will save you.
Someone's coming. Please don't let it be Mortimer. Who is it?
Deliberately avoiding me. 4 years ago, I was his favorite. But nowadays, I have to ask for an audience with his lordship.
Damn it! It's Peru.
Keep quiet.
I don't know if I should, but
Well, that's it. I've had enough of being humiliated.
I'm wasting my time here.
After everything I've done on his behalf, he dares treat me like a lackey? I've bled the Parisian elite for the sake of his whims, and what have I got to show for it? Doesn't even have the courtesy to give me 5 minutes of his time. I wanted to put my mind at ease. Well, that's done. I know what I've got to do now.
I must find my mother. So much for discretion.
Monsieur Peru, it's me, Monsieur de
What the
Riche.
devil is going
I
on?
need your help.
Where are you, Deriche?
Behind the painting. Open it, please. I've shut myself in. There's a pedal under Lord Mortimer's desk. Can you see it?
There's no... Hang on. Yes.
Good. Now press it.
Yeah. Done.
You should see something resembling a frame with numbers. Yes? You have to turn them to set the combination. 1191.
Well, well, well. Poking our nose into Mortimer's little secrets, are we? You do surprise me.
It's not what you're thinking. I'll explain everything.
No, you will not, sir. It has nothing to do with me, and by the way, I never even saw you. So, I'll be on my way now.
Thanks again. I'm indebted to you. I won't forget this.
Yeah. Goodbye.
He's gonna ask you to like murder someone or something. Just watch.
Probably.
I've wasted enough time. I better get moving if I want to find my mother.
Now I have to tell him that he didn't murder that girl.
Wow. Episode 2.
Huh, whoops.
Part 2.
Why does it say 6 dot?
I don't know. But yeah. That's your episode 2. Part 2. I think.
Well, I think. Leaky number 2 out.
Leave one out.